All right. So we're going to go ahead and get started on our weekly teen power hour. It's all about being bold and being yourself as you're in these conversations with people, trying to inspire them and help them on their journey in life to be the best they can be, and sharing yourself boldly about what you're doing to be the best that you can be. And it should, okay. So we're going to start by connecting with people, and here is an example of how to get a conversation going with a potential new friend, or someone that, if you have a business fit page, somebody that has just liked your fit page. This is a great way to message them to get a conversation going. So it says, "Hi Nicole, it's Renee from Renee Crane Fitness. Thanks for liking my page, girl. I always want to know the women who visit my page. So I popped over to your page, and oh my gosh, you have the most adorable family. And I have to ask, what type of dog do you have? He looks like a small collie. I had one growing up and missed her so very much. Just curious, are you currently working on any fitness goals? Renee Crane." This is a great conversation starter with new friends on your like page. So give this a shot during our power hour with the conversations. And this is another example of a new conversation starter. This is people that have commented on your page, or friends of friends. So what you would do is basically say, "Hey Nicole, thank you so much for visiting my page, Renee Crane Fitness. I shot over to your page and noticed that we both live in Snellville. Don't you just love it here? Where did you go to high school? Renee Crane." This is a great way just to get the conversation started. And if you are looking at making new friends, and you made friends with someone that is a mutual friend of, y'all both share a mutual friend, this is a great message to approach them with. "Hi Nicole, we have a mutual friend in Khloe Kardashian, and I just saw that you commented on her last photo about athletics or baby food or Southwest Airlines, or just anything that you noticed that you could have in common with that person. I just thought I would ask if you had ordered from them before, or if you've tried that product before, and if you would recommend it. I've heard both good and bad things in regards to that. Thank you so much, girl, for your advice, XO Renee." So you can obviously, like you see here, you word it to sound like you. It doesn't have to be scripted. We don't encourage scripting because people can see through that. So you really want to just speak from your heart and make it sound like you. But these are some examples that will help get you started when you're in conversation with people, so you can see some ideas of how to build relationships with new friends in your network in order for you to grow your business and help more people, which is what it's all about. So we're going to set the timer, and I need to go back on this one. We're going to do this one with new conversation starters for 15 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and start the timer on that, and you can go ahead and get started.
me and barely keeps me alive. 9 to 5. There must be something else. I just wanna survive. And if you see me between the hours of 9 to 5, I'm a dead man walking, barely alive. Monday morning, it gets me down each week. It's the same old story, working just to make ends meet. And at the end of the day, I'm clocking off on time. I gotta get home early, working should be a crime. 9 to 5, it really gets to me and barely keeps me alive. 9 to 5, there must be something else. I just wanna survive. And if you see me between the hours of 9 to 5, I'm a dead man walking, barely alive. Always hoping and praying for that break. That big promotion is just another mistake. And at the end of the week, just 2 days of free time. It will come round quickly. Don't you wish you were part-time? 9 to 5, it really gets to me and barely keeps me alive. 9 to 5, there must be something else. I just wanna survive. And if you see me between the hours of 9 to 5, I'm a dead man walking, barely alive. 9 to 5, it really gets to me and barely keeps me alive. 9 to 5, there must be something else. I just wanna survive. And if you see me between the hours of 9 to 5, I'm a dead man walking, barely alive. And if you see me between the hours of 9 to 5, I'm a dead man walking, barely alive. Ice cream, give me ice cream with whipped cream. Ice cream, give me ice cream with whipped cream. Ice cream, a million flavors, let's just do it.
Always turn it roll up like you can't stop, you can't stop moving, keep move, keep that bass, you so violent, no noise, no commotion, pure silence. If you wanna break me, you can never break my love, 'cause that's what's inside of me. I choose to never give up. If you wanna break me, you can never break my love, 'cause that's what's inside of me. I choose to never give up. Give up.
If you wanna break me, you can never break my love. 'Cause that's what's inside of me. I choose to never give up. If you wanna break me, you can never break my love. 'Cause that's what's inside of me. I choose to never give up.
Trickling down, chandeliers, extravagance all around. Hypnosis as you move in your gown. I give everything to have you here unannounced. See how that sounds like love for now. Enjoy the way it looks for the night. 'Cause bright lights define the light of my life. My footsteps move to the drum all night. That's why I gotta live. I gotta live life. Every day is breaking me down. I'm a hammer, I'm gonna break ground. So I know that the glory's coming any day, anyway. I'll make 'em say, tonight I'm living my life. Gonna let go, love what I like. There's a voice inside confining me, defining me. I gotta live.
If we was in the same picture frame, you can't hang with me, 'cause you're lame, you see. I'm fresh to my last hour, so hot I turn the steam when I step out the shower. Gucci for the groupies, Prada when it's hotter. Fifth Ave shopper, got my dress game proper. But skip that, I gotta keep it positive. Ain't nobody hotter, kid, you know why? I gotta live.
And I'm gonna win it. No more room, here comes a boom, no fool. insane. Insanity, it's not always bad. To be frank, it's just who I am. Can't stick around, there's no fuss, cause you're toxic. Fumes in my lungs, I'm on my way, shooting to the top. I am brag, and I won't stop. Who is you? You are screwed, cause I'm the nail, and it is loose. I might be losing, but I'm not lost. If you hear me tuning, my guitar is sharp. My guitar is sharp. My guitar is sharp. I'm thrown off by fire, I make a spark. When I'm blazing trails, nobody walks. I'll leave my mark, a small area surface, I know it's worth it. Cause I won't stop till you know my name. I'll keep going till I go insane. Insanity, it's not always bad. To be frank, it's just who I am. Can't stick around, there's no fuss, cause you're toxic. Fumes in my lungs, I'm on my way, shooting to the top. I can brag, and I won't stop. Won't stop till you know my name. I'll keep going till I go insane. Insanity, it's not always bad. To be frank, it's just who I am. Can't stick around, there's no fuss, cause you're toxic. Fumes in my lungs, I'm on my way, shooting to the top. I can brag, and I won't stop.
All right, so time is up. And now we will move on to the next portion of our Power Hour. You got a lot done with connecting and starting new conversations with people. Let's see here. Okay. Another example. So now we're going to segue into actually inviting. So inviting happens with people that you have already been connecting with. So you should have, a lot of people do a hot list. So your Mac Daddy list is a list that you pull from to connect with people or through your Fit page, but keep track of it somehow through pen and paper or Google Documents or something like that, so you know who you're building relationships with versus who you've invited. So the people that you've built relationships with, you can move over into a hot list where you can actually send them an invitation into your upcoming challenge group or your upcoming free challenge group. So at this point, most of us are running our free group this week. So we can actually start inviting to a paid accountability group. I think mine starts on the 19th, which would be prep week, which is next week. So it's good to go ahead and just start inviting to an accountability group with anybody that you have been building a relationship with. This also includes previous clean eating challengers. So, you know, in the previous months, even, 3 to 4 months ago or more, you can circle back around to those people and ask them, is now a better time for you? Are you ready to commit with me in my upcoming challenge group that starts on the 19th or whatever day that your challenge group is starting? So, or anybody in your challenge group now, ask if they've thought about what they're going to do once this group is over with, and if they'd be interested in continuing with you in your upcoming group that's starting up after the free one ends, and if they'd like more information. So we can go ahead and get to it. I'm going to set the timer for about 13 minutes on this, and just get as many invites out as you can with people that you either are circling back around with, or that you have already been connecting with that you've never actually invited to join you in your accountability group. So let's get to it. Timer is getting started, and begin. Get the music going.
Ice cream. Give me ice.
All right, time is up with inviting. Hope you're getting far with these and getting some good leeway and starting some good conversations. So now we're going to go on to the magic sauce of all of this, and that is following up. What you're going to do is you're going to follow up with anyone that you invited within the past couple of days, and you're just going to circle back around, make sure that if they haven't responded, just say, hey, did I lose you? I'd love to get you added into the group. I just wanted to circle back around and make sure I didn't miss you if you were interested. If it's somebody that has shared their goals with you, then you would circle back around and say, hey, I know that you really wanted to achieve whatever they said their goal was to you, and I really want to help make that happen for you. So let me know where you stand with everything. The group starts on the 19th, and I do not want you to miss out. Those are just various ways for you to word it, but the key here is just to circle back around to everybody that you have invited and to find out what's going on and if they're still interested. If they tell you, no, not right now, ask them, say, is it okay if next month I circle back around with you to see if it's a better time for you then? That way you're always keeping it going forward. And then just pencil them in and write them in on the calendar for next month to invite them to your next challenge group that you have starting next month. And you can also add in there, not just can I circle back around next month to see if it's better time for you. And in the meantime, if you know anyone that would benefit from a group like this that is in need of accountability and support like I offer in these groups, if you can think of anyone that would benefit from something like that, please send them my way. We're always looking for other women to join us, and I'm excited to circle back around with you next month and get you going. So that way you're asking for referrals, and it's never a dead-end street, even if they tell you no. You just circle back around next month, because I can't tell you how many times people thank me for never giving up on them because it wasn't the right time for them. But if you just keep going back to them and seeing how they're doing, and if now is a better time for them, I promise you they're grateful for that. And just ask for referrals in the meantime. So we're going to spend 10 minutes doing that. So just circle back around, follow up with anybody that you've invited in the past few months or that is on your list of people that you have invited, and see if now is the time and the timing's right and they are ready to go. So I'll set the timer, and we've got 10 minutes on the clock. Get going. All right, time is up on our follow-ups. Let's see. So now we have 10 minutes where we get to check in with our challengers, see how they're doing, and plant some coaching seeds for ones that you think would make awesome coaches on your tribe that have been really rocking it this week and being super encouraging to others, or the quieter challengers that may be getting close to needing more Shakeology, that would be perfect for them to go ahead and take advantage of the friends and family or preferred member discount, however you want to call it. So we're going to spend 10 minutes plugging into all of the people that have committed to us as their coaches and help them keep going on their journey or join us and help others, inspire them as well. So I'm going to set the clock and you can get going. All right. So we have one last thing to do, and that is to add new friends. So we are going to do this for 5 minutes. So you can go through your business page and friend some of the people on there that have liked your page. You can go to friends that you already have on Facebook and look for ones that they're friends with that you have some sort of connection with. You can friend them, like say, you know, some similarity with them. Maybe they live in the same town as you and they're a friend of your friend. That's a great entryway to friend them and say, hey, I just noticed that we're both friends with so-and-so and we both live in the same town. Especially if they have children around the same age, we should get our kids together. I'm always looking for other mommies to connect with. Also, you can message any of your challengers, friends, or coworkers and ask them if they know anyone that may be interested in your upcoming challenge group that you're looking for anybody to join you. And so those are just some ideas. Also, hashtag some of your interests, new moms, something like that. Look for people that way, and just send them a friend request and say, I see that we have a lot of similarities, and I just wanted to connect with you, and just start a conversation that way. And then at the bottom it says, hey, Nicole, I know that you aren't interested in joining my awesome team, you know, and this is if you're asking for referrals, but you're so connected with so many other people. Do you have any other women friends who are similar to myself and might be interested in learning more about what I do in the health and fitness industry? This is a great opportunity to send that message to some people, because next week will be our happy hour. So start getting that in your head of who you want to bring on to your tribe. And so start planting those seeds, asking for referrals of people that may be interested in doing something like this and being a part of a community like this. So I'll set the clock for 5 minutes. We can see who we can get added to our networks, and then we'll finish it up. So the clock is started. All right. Go ahead and stop and that ends our show here. So tell me, how did it go? Oh, you're still on mute. No?
Okay.
Okay.
Can you hear me? Good. I'm mainly focusing on the messaging, just my free group people. That's my main focus. So responding to messages and just developing that relationship, the trust with them, and answering questions and stuff like that. So
a lot of connecting.
A lot of connecting. Yes.
Awesome. Did you do any inviting?
Again, like the same people or the people from the challenge group, the free group, in the sense that I'm letting them know I want to help them with their goals. I haven't talked about like the next step, which I will tomorrow in the group. So indirectly.
Yeah.
So to say.
So what of the items in the Power Hour, those different business building tasks, did you feel like you struggle with the most?
I don't know why I always forget to ask for referrals. Like when they say it's not a good time for them. For some reason, I don't think of it right then. And then I feel awkward going back and being like, oh, by the way, but maybe I should.
Yeah, you can always say, hey, I just was thinking about this and I forgot to ask.
Mm-hmm.
Just like you're having a conversation.
Right.
I just totally forgot to ask, but I meant to ask if you happen to know anyone, because I forget myself a lot.
Yeah.
And even sometimes I forget to ask them if I can circle back around next month.
Uh-huh.
In the beginning as a coach, though, I was very diligent about that. And that is really the key. Like, I really think that follow-up and letting them know to expect that follow-up from you next month. It's not a surprise, like, oh, she just keeps bugging me. It's like you set that expectation from the beginning. So when they tell you no, just always saying, don't push them, don't, try to force them into anything, because this kind of business, they have to be ready for it. This kind of change, it has to be that mental, enough is enough, I'm ready to be healthy, live longer, whatever their goal is, lose the weight, whatever it is. They have to be mentally ready, so you can't force them into it. So always ending it with, that's totally cool, I get it, if now is not a right time for you, would it be okay if I just circle back with you next time I have a group starting to see if it's a better time then? And every single time I've done it, they've all said, yes, that'd be great, thank you. I think in the past 3.5 years, I may have had one person say, I'll let you know, and that was it. And it wasn't like anything rude, it was just like, I'll just let you know when I'm ready.
Mm-hmm.
And when they did that, it was fine, and we just kept having a conversation with each other, like, down the road, just, chit-chatting, but I never pushed them into it. So I think if you can get in that habit, that will always keep you with people to invite every single month. You'll never run out of people to invite because you're following up with everyone each month. So at some point, the month will be right for them. And especially right now with the holidays, because you're just establishing lots of new relationships. Like the key during this time of year is to make as many friends as you can, be present, and just add value as much as you can. Like add value to people, whether it's the free groups, the, you know, free recipes online, free support, free encouragement, free, like, you can do this, I'm glad, you know, free following up, like they tell you, I'm doing Weight Watchers. Add value by checking in with them next week and saying, how's that Weight Watchers going? Even if you don't know much about it, you know, just adding value to people through the holidays so that when January comes, you've established enough trust into them that they want to join you because they know you truly care about them.
Mm-hmm.
So just focusing on that, and during that process of adding value when they're not ready and telling them you're going to circle back around, it's showing you care. It's not showing you're bugging them. It's showing them that you truly just want to be there for them any way you can, and it's no pressure either way. Like, you can tell me no big deal. But, you know, if you don't mind, I'd like to circle back around next month to see if then is a better time for you. And I mean, really, it's not just me, but so many coaches say that challengers have come to them and said, thank you so much for never giving up on me when I wasn't ready, for keeping circling back around on me. Because the wake up call, I don't know if you listened to the wake up call this week, but it's Megan Eagleton's Success Partner. It's an amazing wake up call. I think I posted about it.
You did.
Yeah.
I tried to and I couldn't on my phone, so I have to go back to it.
Yeah, you definitely should, because obviously you have a team that you're building, and it's great content. But that was one of the big things that she said was, I was so grateful to my coach for circling back around because I was lost. And if she hadn't circled back around every month like she did and followed up with me, I may still be suffering and in that horrible place mentally that I was before I joined, and I got myself healthy, and I got a part of a community where I felt like I was accepted and connected where I hadn't been before. And that is what matters. So that's why it's so important to follow up and not feel like you're pushing anyone, you know, bullying anyone into anything. You're just simply just following up.
Yeah, one of my challenge packs this month actually is a girl that it's probably been a year I've been following up with her, and that's exactly what she said. She's like, I guess it was her time, you know. She's like, thank you so much for not giving up on me and you know, always following up and just checking in with me. And she's like, I've had it. I've been packing on the weight. I need to do something. And she's loving Shakeology. She's doing the health bed. She's really in.
Yeah. So that circle back around has now changed someone's life because of
right.
it. So getting past the mindset of I'm bothering someone by circling back around and saying it's not about me anymore, it's about them and helping them, you're changing the life of a person. And, you know, you just never know when their time may be. So just keep doing that. And as you can see, it's paying off, you know. I think you need one more challenge pack, and then you've hit Success Club for the month.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
So,
I'm back in the group.
Yeah, you're back in the groove. And yeah, so I know it's late, but I really enjoyed doing this, and I really think it helps with consistency of, you know, taking that time every week, at least once a week, and really doing the business building activities that will grow your business in the long run. And doing this consistently once a week will hopefully develop habits of doing it daily and seeing how easy it can be just to plug in 1 hour a day And as we keep doing it each week, you'll start filling up the lists of your follow-ups, your messages, your new friends, so that, you know, you'll be real strategic and you'll just fly through them. You know, you'll get more, you'll be more and more productive each time you do it.
Yeah, I need to get the printout again and pull that out and start filling it in, because I think seeing it like that will help it flow easier.
Yeah.
But
yeah, even if it's just like a spiral notebook like this, like I have, and you just have like your 3 customers on it. And then you can just go down the line, like this is like the hot list, people I'd been in contact with, and I could just go down this line and say, you know, I can invite them, you know, or follow up with them since my last invite to them, because they're on that hot list. So, I mean, you can easily, you know, use just pen and paper. And if you want to do more than a power of 3, you know, because that sheet can limit you if you're setting really big, high goals for yourself. So sometimes it's better to have a notebook. Sometimes it's better to, you know, have the sheet that's the power of 3s. Sometimes it's good to have that go for no sheet. I mean, you know, or you can, like, I mean, there's so many tools out there.
Yeah.
Finding what works for you.
Yeah.
But you're back on track and you're back headed in the right direction. And you know, I recorded this, so hopefully our other coaches will plug in and listen to what was shared in here. And I record these so that for people that weren't in it, if they want a disciplined power hour, they can plug in and at least just listen to the recording and do the power hour, even if they weren't actually on the live power hour. And you just never know what kind of nuggets you'll get out of it at the end, like what we just talked about. There's just valuable nuggets that a lot of coaches don't really realize in those follow-ups. True. So but it was so good chatting with you. And
likewise.
Hopefully we may be neighbors soon.
I know. I'm excited about that.
Yeah, it's just been a whirlwind for me lately. Just
I can only imagine.
Yeah, but I'm gonna get some rest now. I have a lot of showing, like someone, a realtor is gonna take us around tomorrow while the kids are in school. So we're gonna go look for houses and see what happens. So let's just look. Maybe we'll find that special house. And, yeah, so we'll be in touch and have a good night. And
Thank you.
And I'm always here for you. So if you need anything at all, like, feel free to reach out anytime.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good night. Bye.
Bye.